Could you explain your perspective on barbell rows? Because
Oh!
yeah,
How much time you got?
I just want to understand what it is that doesn't help in this program. That's really what I want.
Have you read my articles?
I probably haven't read those ones, yeah, but I've come across lots of comments about it doesn't do anything for most people.
That's not necessarily true, right? I don't think that's correct. I think there's a point of diminishing returns, right? So I think if you can get to a 140 kilo row for 3 sets of 5, right? You can get some benefits to your pull-ups, your chins, or your deadlifts, or your squat, or your bench. I do feel like that number is important, right? If you get that strong and if you care about the row. After 140, it does fuck all to the rest of your lifts. And again, I'm coming from someone who's squatting 275, deadlifting 290. To get my deadlift to 320, it's not with a 180 kilo row. It's with more deadlifts, right? So the dial that needs to go up to improve my deadlift is intensity, right? It's not back day, right? And I think the issue is the barbell row is a segue drug to bodybuilding. That's what it is. And you just think, oh yeah, I feel my lats and my it makes me feel so much, and it's just like, okay, right, well, shut up. Like, no, it doesn't. And to be honest, like, you're training your lats perfectly by doing chin-ups and deadlifts. They train your lats too, isometrically. So, and then the power clean, you're dynamically training your lats too. So, I mean, you cover the whole spectrum. And to me, I'm a man of efficiency. I don't want to train a lift because I have barbell road 170, right? It didn't help my deadlift, right? I want a big deadlift. I don't give a fuck about the row, right? There's no event that trains the barbell row. To me, it's like the leg press. I don't care about leg pressing 500 kilos. Doesn't improve your strength. So to me, it's a false god to like look at it and be like, whatever. If you're really beaten up, right, and you can't do pull-ups or you can't do lat pull-downs, yeah, there's some utility to the row. But when you're really pushing strength, you know, I don't think personally it's going to take you places. I think it just is false hope, and more emphasis should be on power cleans and chins and heavy deadlifts. Like, don't put your eggs in that basket. The row is for the broken meathead, the lifter who just needs something because they can't do that other stuff, right? So yeah, I think, and also the other thing I really hate is by being lenient as a coach, I give you permission to be a pussy, right? Whereas making you do chin-ups and power cleans makes you a better lifter, right? Even if you're crap at power cleans and you're just doing 40 kilos for a year, it's a completely different spectrum of the lifts. So then when you go back to pressing and you have to throw your hips, well, you've done something even more complicated than just doing the 2.0 press. So it allows you to have levels to training, like, oh, this power clean is kind of crazy, but the progress is kind of slow, but, you know, it's a really fast lift, and, you know, but then it makes other lifts not so scary. So I kind of like that perspective of it too. Also, like I've written in articles, like if you're in a hotel gym and they don't have a squat rack, but they have a barbell, how are you going to train if the barbell's just on the floor? You got to clean it and do some presses, right? You may not be able to do a squat with any sort of weight, but you could do an awesome clean and press program. If you had that gym for 7 days, you could still get some productive stuff in. Whereas a barbell row, I mean, yeah, sure. But my argument nowadays is like, I'd rather be on a machine, a fixed machine, because the barbell row stops here, right? So there's not full range of motion. Whereas like a machine that pulls me all the way back, right? Like those old school hammer strength, the Dorian Yates kind of row machines. If you want to do back, like I would be more a fan of you training that machine if you wanted it, but you don't need it. If you're doing chin-ups, you're good. You don't deadlifts, chin-ups, power cleans, you've covered the whole spectrum. That's the other reason why I like these lifts, is because your body parts don't need the isolation. These lifts train the whole system from head to toe. You're covered. You just need to focus on all these things going up and you're sound. So fuck the row.